Boys and girls, it's Miss Meg. This week with Miss Jessie, you are talking about insects. So I'm going to talk a little bit about bees today. I have some facts about bees, I have a song about bees, and I have two fun activities for us to do. I have a craft and I have a fine motor activity for you to try. So first, I am going to ask you what you think you know about bees. So take a minute, pause the video, and talk with your parents or your sibling or whoever's with you about what you already know about bees. And then you can unpause the video and we will come back and I will share what I know about bees. Okay, so now that you've talked with your family about what you know about bees, I am going to share 3 fun facts about honeybees with you. There are a lot of different types of bees, but I chose honey, and I think it's because it goes along with the activities that I have for you today. So, first fun fact is that they actually help flowers and different plants to grow by pollinating them. So, they are very important to our environment and they help plants like flowers and fruits and vegetables grow. Second fact is that they live in hives. Within the hive, there is one female queen bee, and then there's a bunch of worker bees. And the queen bee makes sure that all the worker bees are doing what they are supposed to be doing, and that they get enough resources so that they can last and survive the winter. Because the winters they don't go outside, so they can't go get pollen and they can't go get the resources they need for food. So instead, they stock up all of their food for the wintertime, and that leads into my last fun fact is that they make honey. So when they actually make honey for the winter, they tend to make up to 2 to 3 times more honey than they need. So that's how we get honey is we take their extra honey and we use it for different things throughout cooking and eating, and so yeah, we have the bees to thank for that. So the next thing that we are going to talk about is I'm going to share with you a little bee song, and then we will hop into the activity. For my bee song, you're going to get your hands and you're going to go like this. Clap them together. Alright. I'm bringing home my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home my baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me! I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Ew! It's all over me. I'm wiping off my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm wiping off my baby bumblebee. All clean! Hope you liked my little bee song. And the next thing that we are going to do is I have a little art project for you all. So you're going to need a paper plate, some coffee filters, black construction paper, white construction paper, and that's it. So let's hop into it. I totally forgot that actually I was going to bring up. So I took a paper plate and I just cut it so that the rigid edge was all off. It does not have to be perfect. What I did was I colored the back of it yellow, but I found a way that it might be a little bit easier for you. I just didn't have any yellow paint in my house. So if you are daring enough and you want to take out paint, what I would do is take paint and mix it with some liquid Elmer's glue. And then have your child just paint the entire white part yellow. And don't worry about it not drying, because you can just stick all your pieces right onto the glue. It's super easy, and you don't have to go through all the steps like I'm going to have to. Okay, so you're going to take your plate and you're going to have these black strips of paper. Doesn't matter what size, make them as big or as small as you want them to be. And you're gonna make them big enough so that they can stretch throughout the whole paper plate. So the next part that you're gonna do is you're gonna glue your pieces on. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. So I have stuck on my black strips. They are definitely not straight, but it's okay. So all I did was I just cut along the edges to make the black lines fit. So the next step is I have little white, well, they're not little, but white circles for the eyes. So the next part is we're just gonna glue the eyes on like that. That's so not even. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna glue these on, and I'm actually also gonna glue on. I have made little black dots too, so I'm gonna glue those on as well. So now that I have my eyes on, I'm actually gonna draw a little mouth right here. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the mouth. With just a black marker or whatever. The next step is that I have actually cut out little antennas for him. I think that's what these are called. I don't really know. But so we're gonna glue them on, and we're actually gonna glue them on from the back like this. So I'm actually gonna stick the bottom part and glue it here. So I'm gonna glue from the back part so that they stick up like that. Next step is I actually cut out a little bee stinger, and you're gonna do the exact same thing that you did with your antennas. Is you're gonna glue it on from behind. I'm also gonna show you how I made the wings. So I took coffee filters that were just sitting around, and I cut them. They don't have to be perfect, and I really don't have a good tip on how to make them. Just kind of make them in whatever shape you want, and just make one a little bit bigger than the other so that they look like this when you glue them on. It was actually kind of difficult for me to figure out what size, just because of the size of my plate. So if your plate size is different, make the wings as big as you want. But they are just coffee filters that I just cut out into like little wing shapes. So I'm gonna glue those on. Make sure you glue the bigger one on top and the smaller one on bottom, and then your bee will be all done. So I'll be right back, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So I am done gluing all my pieces on. So what I did was I again glued the wings from behind like I did the antennas and the stinger. And now you have a cute little bee. So like I said at the beginning, it may be easier to just take yellow paint and mix it with some Elmer's glue, liquid glue, just because with all the pieces that you're gluing on the front, it might be easier to just lay them out, and then you don't have to put on the mouth until it's dry. Everything else can really get done with it still being a little wet. So if you want to do that instead, perfectly okay. If not, then marker, color pencil, crayon, whatever you have in your house that you can use, go ahead and use it. Our next and last activity, I made a little fine motor game. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to make something kind of like this. To give you a couple hints, I took just plain white computer paper, printer paper, whatever you call it, and I cut strips. And I folded them to the width that I wanted. It's pretty skinny. You can make it thicker. You can make it smaller. As long as it can just stand up like this on your table. And then I folded it once at the top, and then twice on the sides. And then once I had taped it together, I had folded it again. So you're gonna want to fold it a couple times to kind of just get the hang of it, and then you just tape it all together. It's super easy once you get it down, but it's just that initial trying to figure out how to fold it to get the desired shape that you want. These are not perfect. You don't need to make yours perfect. This is honestly just a little fun activity for you to do. The way that I'm going to show it is you're going to make this and you're going to get some pom-poms. I have yellow ones because it's honeycombs and we are making some honey. Hold on, sorry, that's the bag. You don't need to have yellow pom-poms. If you don't have them in your house, use cotton balls. They work just the same. And the last tool that you're going to need is some sort of grabber. Now, you can experiment a little bit with this. I have these wooden small tongs from my kitchen. But you can use clothes hanger pins. You can use chip bag clips. You could try that. Anything to get your fine motor going. So, let's open up the bag of pom-poms and get a flat surface to lay out your honeycombs on. So what I did to also tie in a little bit of math is I put pieces of paper within the honeycomb, one per honeycomb, and I wrote a number. So whatever number is within this honeycomb, I am going to put that many pom-poms. So okay, let's start with this one. And the number is 2. Oh, you can't see that. 2. So how many am I going to stick in? 1, 2. Okay. So the next one that we're going to do is 4. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is 3. 1, 2, 3. And you keep going until you get all your numbers. I hope that you enjoyed my activities I had for you today. And with the honeycomb activities, you can have bigger numbers. You can recite numbers instead of having little pieces of paper with numbers in it. You can really do whatever you want with it. I really just tried to incorporate some math into it. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoy your week, and I really hope to see you all soon. I miss you so much. But yeah, have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye!